Hello my dear kids, how are you all? I hope you all are fit and healthy at your places. Stay home, stay safe. This is your English teacher Himani Joshi from DPS Haldwani, Lamachor. And in our today's video, we are going to revise chapter number 8 of your English grammar book. That is the verb. So children, the first question arises that what is a verb? Whatever the subject does is called the verb. Okay, you can also say whatever somebody or something does is the verb. So kids, there are two types of verbs. How many types of verbs are there? Two types of verbs. They are main verb and helping verb. Main verb is also called actual verb and helping verb is also called auxiliary verb. So it is very clear that there are two types of verbs. What are they? Main verb, second helping verb. So first let us discuss about the main verbs. Main verbs like read, write, speak, dance, do, play, sing, listen, collect, eat, drink. Okay, there are so many main verbs. We can also say that the action words are the main verbs. Okay, and the first form of verb, we will consider the first form of verb as the main verb. Okay, you don't have to include the verbs with ing. Okay, they are also the main verbs. But first you have to consider the verbs that are without ing in their base forms. Okay. So like sing, talk, dance, sing. Okay. So these are the main verbs. There are many more main verbs. Okay. So main verbs are the actual words. What are the main verbs? Actual verbs. We can also say action words. Helping verbs. So what are helping verbs? Is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had. Repeat after me. Is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had. So children, we use is, am, are to express something that happens at the moment. Okay, means something that is happening right now. Like I am teaching you. So here I am using am. I am teaching you. I am. So here, as you know, I am teaching you. This is happening at this moment. So, for me, I am using am. For me, I am using am. So, with I, we use am. Okay, I am teaching you. You are listening. Okay, as I am teaching you, you all are listening to me. So, you are. Okay, right now this is happening. Now, he is. Suppose one child is there who is not concentrating. So, he is not concentrating in the class. Okay, so he is. So, everything is happening at this moment. Okay, so when something happens at that moment, we use is, am and are for that. Now come to was and were. Was, were. Was and were we use to express something, that was happening in the past. Okay, like I was playing. Okay, that was happening in the past for some period of time. Okay, so he was playing. Suppose I was teaching, which chapter I was teaching in the last video? Yes, okay, so we can say that I was teaching unit 8. Okay, so I was teaching. Okay, you were listening to me when I was teaching unit number 8. You were listening to me. Okay, so was and were we used to express something that was happening in the past. Okay, is am are when something happens at the moment, and was and were to express the things which is happening in the past. Okay, जो past में हो रहा था कुछ time period के लिए. Okay, and is am are means जो अभी हो रहा है. Okay, इस moment में हो रहा है, अभी हो रहा है. For that we use is am and are. Suppose past में हो रहा था. For that we use was and were. Okay, now come to has, have and had. Has, have and had. These are the verbs we use to show the possession, to show the ownership. Okay, like I have a car, he has a car, he had a car. Okay, so children, we have studied about this. After that, we have studied about the tenses. Okay, tenses tell us the time of any action. Okay, so tenses help us to identify the time of the actions. Like if I'll say I was learning, it means you know that in the past I was learning. Suppose if I'll say I am teaching you, now you know that right now I am teaching you. Okay, so the tenses help us to find out the time. Okay, tenses tell us about the time of any action. Okay, so there are basically 3 types of tenses. How many types of tenses are there? Please repeat after me. 3 types of tenses. The first one is present tense. Present tense, please say present tense. Very good. Past tense. Future tense. Present tense means when something happens at the moment, okay, or for something which happens every day, or for the universal truth also. Okay, and when we talk about the exact moment, okay, we use is, am and are. Okay, and to show something that happens every day, or that is the universal truth, we consider those types of sentences under simple present tense. So children, we have studied about simple present tense under present tense. There are 4 types of present tense. There are 4 types of present tense. Okay, what are they? Simple present, present continuous, and perfect, present perfect continuous. Okay, so out of these four means simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous, we have studied about simple present. In the same manner, we have studied about simple past under past tense and simple future under future tense. Okay, so we have studied about simple present, simple past and simple future. So we use these tenses for different situations. Okay, so we will discuss about the situations also. When do we use simple present tense, when do we use simple past tense, and when do we use simple future tense. Before that, let me tell you that simple present, okay, so when do we use simple present tense, that we will discuss later. Okay, so how do we form the sentences under simple present tense? So first we put subject plus verb plus object. Simple present, simple future and simple past. In all these tenses, the sentence formation will be same. Subject plus verb plus object. What will be the sentence formation? Please repeat after me. Subject plus verb plus object. Okay, so sentence formation means how do we form the sentences under simple present, simple past and simple future tense. It is very simple, no need to worry. The thing is, subject will be same, object will be same. Okay, we just have to change the verb. And what we have to change in verb? The form of verb. The form of verb. Okay, in simple present tense we use first form of verb, that is also called the base form of the verb, like eat, dance, play, many more are there. Okay, so when we make the sentence under simple present tense, first we write subject. Subject means, yes, tell me what is a subject? Subject means about whom we talk in the sentence. जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं सेंटेंस में, that will be the subject. What will be the subject? जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. Okay? Now the verb. Verb you know, action, words. कोई भी जो काम हो रहा है. Okay? जो subject है, what the subject does is the verb. Okay? What the subject does in term of actions. Okay? So जो भी action है subject का, जो भी action है subject का, that will be the verb. Now the rest of the part will be the object. Okay? So whenever we make the sentences under simple present tense, first we write subject, verb first form plus object. Subject plus verb first form plus object. Now there are two uses. Okay, there are many more uses. Okay, but main ways to use the simple present tense are, first of all, which happens every day. Okay, or that happens every day. That happens every day. First, we can use simple present tense for a thing that happens every day. Okay, and the second one is for the thing that is true for all, or we can say universal truth. Universal truth. So we can use simple present tense in two ways. Okay, for these situations we use simple present tense, and in simple present tense we make sentences like this: subject plus verb first form plus object. Subject plus verb first form plus object. Okay, there are few changes also that we will discuss later. That happens every day for two situations. That happens every day, and the second is for the universal truth. Universal truth, what does it mean? Universal truth means that is true for all. Okay, that is not true only for one person or a group of person. Something that is true for all is the universal truth. For example, I have given this example in our earlier video also. The cow eats grass. Okay, so this is a truth. Okay, this will not change. Okay, so like the cow eats grass. And another example can be the sun rises in the east. Okay, so this is true for all. Okay, if somebody will say that no, sun rises in the west, so that will be wrong. Okay, we can't trust him because we know that sun rises in the east. Okay, which will never ever gonna change. Okay, which will remain same. It was same in the past, right now it is same, and in the future also it will remain same. The sun will always rise in the east. The cows will always eat grass. The lions will always eat other animals. Okay, the lions will not gonna eat grass. Okay, so like this. That happens every day. That happens every day. Like I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. It means This happens every day. Every day you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Or I study daily. So this will also be the part of simple present tense because this happens every day. Okay. So if I say I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, it means every day I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now you can see subject, yes, subject. We are talking about I. Okay, so I is subject here. Now get. This is the verb. Okay, the first form of verb, get. What is its second form? Got. Okay, so we are using the first form of verb, that is also called the base form. So subject plus verb. Okay, this is fine. Now object. So rest of the part is the object. Okay, and I can also say I play football. It means if I play football, it means every day I used to play football. Here also you can see I am talking about I am talking about me. Okay, so I am using I for myself. So subject, I is subject. Now second is verb's first form. Yes, we know play is the first form of verb, and then object. Football is the object. Okay, so for these situations we use simple present tense. And why I am saying that simple present tense? Because if these situations come, then we know that we have to form sentences in this format. Okay, subject, then it should be verb, then object. Okay, next is universal truth, like the sun rises in the east. Okay, here you can see universal truth. For universal truth also we consider under simple present tense. Okay, so universal truth, the sun rises in the east. So here the subject is we are talking about sun, so sun is the subject. So sun is the subject. Now rises is the verb. Yes, subject is here, now verb. Now the rest of the part is object. The sun rises in the east. Here subject, we have used subject first, then verb, then object. In this sentence also subject plus verb, then object. In this also subject plus verb plus object. Okay, now this is clear. Now let us study about subject and verb. Okay, there is an agreement. There is an agreement between subject and verb. What is that agreement? Yes. So whenever we form these sentences under simple present tense, in these situations, we check the subject. Okay? According to the subject, we change the verb. How? Let me tell you. First we check that subject is singular or plural. So we will check the number. Okay? So let us study with this example. Okay? Let us learn with this example. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So here I am talking about me. Okay, so here it is, I am talking about one person. I am talking about one person. Okay, so this is singular. Okay, but I we consider as a plural pronoun. Okay, I we consider as the plural pronoun. Okay, doesn't matter that I am only a single person, but I is used as a plural pronoun. Okay, so here the subject is I, that is plural. Here I is plural. I is plural. PL means plural. Okay, so I is plural. So verb will also be the plural. Okay, this is the agreement. What is the agreement? When subject is singular, verb is singular. When subject is plural in the sentence, we have to use plural verb. When subject is singular, use singular verb. When subject is plural, use plural verb. Okay, but there is a change. Okay, verbs, when the verbs are singular, when the verbs are singular, they use s or es with them. Okay, they use s or es. Now tell me, play, plays. Which one is the singular verb? Play or plays? Technically, it should be the singular verb without s. Okay, but this doesn't happen with the verb. Okay, when we talk about the verbs with s means singular and without s means plural. Okay, now another example, read, reads. Now tell me which one is the singular verb and which one is the plural verb? This is the plural verb without s. As I have told you, verbs are just opposite to the nouns. Okay, when they are singular, they use s or es with them. When they are plural, they don't use s or es with them. Okay, so plural is read and reads is singular. I hope this much is clear to you. That's why and I have told you that I we consider as the plural pronoun. So if the subject is plural, use plural verb. Okay, so I get. What if I write he? कि वो रोज 6 बजे उठता है. ठीक है. What if I write he? Then the verb get. Here the verb is get. As I have told you, he. Now he is the subject. So he is singular or plural? He is singular. We are talking about a boy or a man. Okay. So he is subject. He is a subject and it is singular subject. So with singular subject we have to use singular verb. And with singular verb we use s. So he gets up. Okay. If I write she, then also she gets up. Why? Because she is the subject and here subject is singular. So verb should be singular and singular verbs include s or es. If I use it gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So it we can use for a child it. Okay. So when we don't know the gender of the child, we can use it. Okay. Now see, it is also a singular subject. Okay. So with it we have to use singular verb and singular verb. Yes, singular verb consists of s or es with it. Okay. So gets. Now same, you can look here. The sun rises in the east. Here the subject is the sun. Okay. The subject is the sun. Okay. Subject is the sun. Means we are talking about the sun and it is 1 in number. So it is singular. Okay. So singular subject we will have to use singular verb. And as I have told you, singular verbs include s or es. So that's why rises. But if I write rise only, it will be wrong. Okay. Because we know that they have an agreement between them, subjects and verbs. Okay. So we can't use rise. We have to use rises. Why? Because subject is singular. So we have to use singular verb and singular verbs include s or es. Now I think this much is clear. To form these sentences under simple present tense, we use subject then verb first form. Okay. And whenever required, according to the subject verb agreement, we add s or es with singular verbs. Okay. Now subject plus verb first form with s or es whenever required. Okay, not always. We go as the agreement set between subject and verb. Okay, subject plus verb first form with s or es plus object. And when do we form sentences according to this rule? In these situations, for something that happens every day and for the universal truth. Okay, I hope this much is clear to you. Now, let us study about simple past. Now we will discuss about simple past. As I have told you, sentence formation will be as it is. Okay, as it is. Just we have to change the form of verb. In simple past, What we do in simple past? We change the form of the verb. Okay. In simple past tense, this will be same, subject plus verb plus object. Okay. In simple present tense, we were using subject plus verb first form plus object. But now we have to use second form of verb. And I had given you a PDF. There I have written the forms of verb, first form of verb and second form of verb. Okay. Sometimes to change the form of verb into second form, we add ed at the end. Okay. And sometimes we change totally. Okay. So I had provided you the PDF. So you can go through it. Please learn verbs first form and second form. Because here we need verb second form. Okay. Second form of verb, subject plus verb second form plus object. Now the question arises that when do we use simple past tense? Okay, there are also two situations. Okay, for two situations we use simple past tense. The first is past habitual actions. Past habitual actions. As it is written habitual, it is very simple. Okay, for something that was in habit in the past. Okay, for a period of time that was in your habit. Like suppose 2-3 years back, you used to play football. Okay, 2-3 years back you used to play football for 1 or 2 years. Okay, 2-3 साल पहले आप 1-2 साल के लिए क्या करते थे? फुटबॉल खेलते थे. ठीक है. So ये क्या है? What is this? Past habitual action. Okay. So present habitual actions come under simple present tense and past habitual actions come under simple past tense. Okay. First for the past habitual actions. Okay. That we used to do in the past for a period of time. Okay. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने एक दिन के लिए किया. For a period of time आप वो काम कर रहे थे past में. That comes under simple past tense. Okay. And the next is for the completed task. Completed task. Okay. For the completed task. Okay. In the past. Okay. That was completed in the past. Suppose you ate ice cream. Yesterday you ate ice cream. So what you will say? Subject. We are talking about. I am talking about myself. So I will use I. Okay. I ate ice cream. Okay. So I ate ice cream. So you can see here we have used subject, then verb second form. First form of verb eat is eat and second form is ate, ate. Verb first form, verb second form. First form is eat and second form is ate. That's why I am saying you all to learn the forms of verbs. These are called the forms of verbs. Okay. So first subject. Subject means about whom we talk and write in the sentence. Then the subject, subject, then the verb second form. It is ate. Then object ice cream, or you can write yesterday also. Okay. Now for the past habitual actions. Suppose you used to play football in the past, okay, for a period of time. So you can say, I played football. It means that you used to play football in the past for a period of time. Okay, I played football. Alright, so I is subject. Verb second form, play, played. As I have told you that sometimes to change the verb in its second form, we add ed. Okay, and sometimes we change totally and sometimes we add ed at the end of the word. Like play is the base form, first form of verb, and I have added ed at the end. So I subject, played, verb second form, then object, football. Okay, so I played football. You can make sentences on your own also. You can try. Okay, so we have studied about simple present tense, simple past tense. Simple present tense means we use simple present tense to show something that happens every day and for the universal truth also, and we use simple past tense for the past habitual actions and for the completed task. Okay. So now we will discuss about simple future tense. Okay. Here also sentence formation will remain same. We just have to add something. Simple future. F-U-T-U-R-E. Simple future tense. So beta, now listen carefully. Simple future tense is just like simple present tense. Okay. But simple future means I am talking about the sentence formation. Okay. So simple future tense. Simple future tense means for something that has not happened yet. Okay. Which will happen in the future. For that we use simple future tense. So now the sentence formation is like the simple present tense. Only there is one difference. We use will or shall before the verb. Subject plus will or shall, not both. Okay. Either you will use will or shall. Subject plus will or shall plus verb first form plus object. First form means the base form of verb. Okay. So let me write it properly. Subject plus will or shall plus verb first form plus object. And when do we use? For something which will happen in the future. Okay. So suppose you have decided to go to the market tomorrow. So what you will say? I. Okay. I am talking about myself. So I am using I. Okay. I, then I subject, then we have to use will or shall. So I am sure that I will go for shopping tomorrow. Okay, I will go to the market tomorrow. So I am sure. So that's why I am using will. Okay. So subject, then will, then verb first form, go. Okay. I, subject I, will or shall, we have to choose one. Okay. When I am sure, I am using will. Okay, because I am sure, that's why I am using will. I will go. Go is the first form of verb. Okay, I will go to the market. So subject plus will plus first form of verb, then object. Or I can use I will go to the market tomorrow. Okay, so I will go to the market. Okay, so what if I use shall? I shall go to the market. It means I am not sure. Okay, I may or may not go to the market tomorrow. But if I am using I will, it means I am damn sure that I will go to the market tomorrow. Okay. So I hope now the tenses are clear to you. Okay. First study this much. Alright. And if once you have learned this much, it will be very easier for you to make the negative sentences and questions also. But first you need to understand this much. Okay. Let me give you a quick brief. First we have discussed about the verbs. There are two types of verbs. First main verb and second helping verb. Main verb like action. Main verbs are the action verbs. Action words, sorry. Main verbs are the action words like sing, dance, play, write, read, go, do. These are the main verbs. Okay. And the second is helping verb. Helping verbs like is, am, are, was, were, has, have and had. Okay. And thereafter we have discussed about the tenses. In general there are three types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Okay. Under present tense there are four tenses. Under past tense there are four tenses, same with the future tense also. Okay. And we have studied about simple future, simple past and simple present. Okay. Simple present means for something that happens every day and for universal truth. Simple past tense means for the completed task in the past and for the past habitual actions. Simple future means for something that has not happened yet, that will happen in the future. Okay. And the sentence formation is, in simple present tense, sentence formation is subject. Let me write and show you. Simple present. Here subject plus verb first form, and according to the subject, when the subject is singular, we add s or es with the verbs, then object. SUB means subject, V means verb, OBJ means object. In simple past, first we write subject, then verb second form plus object. In simple future, first we write subject plus will or shall plus verbs first form plus object. So simple present, simple past, simple future. Okay, simple present, simple past, simple future. In simple present tense, we make the sentences like this: subject then verb first form, s or es if the subject is singular, plus object. Simple past tense, subject plus verb second form plus object. For this you need to learn the forms of verbs. Okay, I have provided you a PDF, so learn from that. Simple future, subject will or shall. Okay, we have to use either will or shall plus verb first form plus object. When do we use simple present tense? For two situations: when something happens every day, and for the universal truth, simple past, for past habitual actions, okay, that used to take place in the past for a period of time, okay, that is called past habitual action, and for the completed task in the past. Now simple future, for something that will happen in the future. First, learn this much. Okay, I hope now this chapter is clear to you. In our further video, we will discuss about the next chapter, the adverb. As you know that chapter, the verb and adverb, these are coming in your PT2 also. So beta, please learn these chapters very carefully. Okay, first you have to learn about the verbs, types of verbs, what are those types, thereafter the tenses, then after the tenses, there are three tenses. Okay, under those tenses we have studied about simple present, simple past and simple future. So first you will learn about the positive sentences. Okay, first learn about the positive sentences. Okay, thereafter go to negative and questions, negative sentences and questions. I hope this much is clear to you all. I am providing you a PDF. Okay, of all these tenses I am providing you a PDF. Please go through the PDF, do it in your notebook by yourself. Okay, I am filling the answers in the blanks, but first of all what you will do, you will write the fill in the blanks in your notebook. Okay, you have to leave the blanks. First do by yourself, then only check by the PDF. Okay, so thank you for listening to me patiently. We will meet in our next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.